interesting theories on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube sent over by you guys that are going to make us question everything. You guys, add the Discord. The link is in the description down below. These next couple of videos are from Mike, so thank you, Mike, for sending in all these videos. Did Rockefellers plan to scam the word? I think they meant world. Work.
Planned to scam the world.
They did.
In the 19th century, oil was used to mainly lubricate steam engines, and being the second most abundant resource on Earth, it wasn't a valuable resource until it was discovered that it could be used as fuel, and the man leading the charge, John Rockefeller. Well, to increase profit, Rockefeller had to make it seem like oil was a scarce resource, sending his scientists to the 1892 Geneva Convention to put up the front that oil contained hydrogen, carbon, and oxygen. Therefore, it had to have come from something organic, thus the term fossil fuels. However, it was never actually proven that oil came from fossils, and that while oil rigs drill up to 35,000 feet, a fossil has never been found below 16,000 feet. On top of that, Rockefeller donated over $180 million to the General Education Board, and now every textbook states that oil is a fossil fuel. So, did oil really come from fossils, or...
Muy buenas tardes. Aquí estamos pintando.
Painting their houses and roofs, in particular the color blue.
Azul como el cielo azul.
Y'all know, and I know.
¿Para qué? Para que nos proteja el techo azul como el cielo. Entonces, si el techo es azul, el cielo es azul, el malo no toca lo azul porque el azul es de Dios. La señal de lente.
Yeah. Y'all smart. Y'all smart. All that destruction. The caption of this video was, maybe we should all start painting our rooftops the color blue. If you're confused and wondering why are they doing this, what's going on, we have reacted to a video a couple of reactions back. They realized that when they put the laser on certain colors would react, but the blue in particular wouldn't, meaning the blue is safe. So they're painting their rooftops blue so that when the laser, the DWs, if we want to get in particular, when those come and those try to hit your homes, they'll be fine because it's not going to affect anything that is blue. So if you're wondering, so the DWs and then the whole Maui situation and trying to build smart cities, this is what this is talking about. 517 inmates vanished from this prison.
They basically abandoned the prison.
We just was left there to die.
Could you imagine? I was reading the description and stuff of this video, and they were saying on August 29, 2005, when Hurricane Katrina struck the Gulf Coast, did I say that right? They abandoned the jail, leaving roughly 650 prisoners in their cell with no access to food, water, or ventilation for days. I can't even imagine, like my mom, oh my gosh. And then somebody in the comments said they were literally screaming for help through the windows. I'll never forget that sound. Dang, somebody said I was like 8 walking past this jail for Katrina and people were literally yelling for help. I'll never forget.
You guys hear about those fires in Chile?
Yeah.
Dude, it happened in Vina del Mar, eerily similar to what happened in Maui. So you know how they were talking about Lahaina becoming the first city in Hawaii to be a smart city? Vina del Mar was the headquarters of smart city business for Chile.
No way.
These fires, same scenario. High winds, no warning, a lot of people died. And I saw a video today, this dude going through the wreckage, a little outskirt of Vina del Mar, and there was a blue house, completely unburned.
No way.
And I don't know if you've heard about a conspiracy of the direct energy weapon, but lasers cannot burn the color blue. So in Hawaii, everything was just burnt to a crisp. Yet there's like just blue umbrellas, completely unburned.
Unfazed. I have family who was walking through the area. They literally said their warehouses, all the green ones are scorched, all the blue ones are still standing and fine.
That's crazy.
But a weird connection with the fires in Maui. That day, there was a satellite right above Maui. Guess who owned that satellite? CERN.
Really?
A couple years ago, CERN discovered they called the fifth force of nature, cosmic energy.
South America turning into China's backyard. China dominates the lithium sector in the lithium-rich triangle of Bolivia, Chile, and Argentina, housing 70% of global lithium reserves. Their influence extends through financial support, construction projects, and space-based surveillance, marking a significant presence. China's trade of $307 billion in South America surpasses the US at $156 billion, reflecting a shift in influence. Notable trade percentages include 34% in Chile, 28% in Brazil and Peru, 20% in Uruguay, 19% in Ecuador, 18% in Colombia and Paraguay, and 14% in Bolivia and Argentina. Venezuela, a key partner, secured $62 billion in loans. China strategically builds military influence, exemplified by projects like the Chiang Kai port in Peru and the Despacio de Hana station in Argentina's deep space network.
I remember this interview when Hillary Clinton said, "We came, we saw, he died." Well, she was talking about Muammar Gaddafi of Libya, and he had just overseen the construction of the Great Man-Made River, which people were calling the eighth wonder of the world. It required 1,700 miles of underground pipes, 1,300 water wells. This thing was absolutely massive. And Gaddafi famously said that we will turn the desert green, and he would offer free land and livestock to citizens who were willing to start farms. And if you got married and agreed to start a family, you would be eligible for $50,000 in loans at 0% interest. These were massive pro-Libya, pro-family policies. And he was transitioning the Libyan dinar back to the gold standard. There was talk of it becoming the official currency of Africa. But of course, that would be a massive threat to the Western banking powers. And he was talking about selling petroleum in the Libyan dinar, which again would be a major threat to the Western banking powers. Because the dollar is not backed by gold, it's backed by oil, and the dollar is the world reserve currency. This is why I write children's books on the banking system. So they didn't just kill Gaddafi, they bombed the Great Man-Made River and the factory that made the pipes. But all we get from the powers that be is lies. But we can teach our kids about the banking powers, fake news, how information is controlled, rights fundamental to being an American. It's what freedom requires.
In the last reaction that I did of him, I don't know if you guys remember, but I was like, oh, that man is smart. And the reason why I said that is because he makes books that puts bears on the front where it looks like it's cute and it's not really saying anything. But when you read them, he's actually exposing what the world is doing. And a lot of guys are like, what is his name? So I can like look him up and get his books and stuff. His name is Brett Pike. This is him. This is the author. I just was showing you guys because I know you guys had asked in the last video, but yeah, this is him. This is him exposing. So you see he puts little bears in the front, but really he's exposing the truth.
Reported recently, life expectancy in the United States is now at its lowest level in nearly 2 decades. And the projected lifetimes of Black and Native Americans are shorter than for white Americans. New research offers an insight on a potential factor driving this disparity. It finds that Black people live longer in areas with more Black primary care doctors.
That's why even, ladies and gentlemen, even in modern medicine, we're recognizing that the African body does not react in the same way to medicines and other things as does the European body.
She was shocked.
Now doctors are beginning to realize what they realized even in the 60s and 70s, but because it was politically unwise, they did not talk about it. And that was the idea, that you must take the ethnicity of the individual in mind if you're to give them the best medical treatment.
Check did not clear the bank, and so we sent the truck out to pick up the container.
I rolled out there and took the box up and started pulling it up. And it was so heavy, it broke the winch.
And we couldn't get it off the trailer, so we had to leave it on the trailer because it was too heavy. So I was asked by Nick to have a crew go down and unload the container at the other yard.
I got a radio call from Ron Gillette, the foreman. They said the men were throwing up and there was something really wrong.
One of them fell down and hit me right in front of my feet. And it was opened up, and there it was.
And when I came to work the following day, I saw it myself. I couldn't believe it. And it's just, just little bitty babies, just all torn pieces. Their heads chopped off, arms, legs, it's just, well, really, it's just, it makes you want to cry when you see something like that.
Starting at the very front of this container, it was just wall clear to the ceiling and clear to the sides, filled with them.
I really don't want to witness it again. Not what I saw.
Well, as the supervisor for the County of Los Angeles, we found out through the media that 17,000 infants had been stored in a container.
17,000 is no little number. That's a lot of babies. Somebody said it was aborted fetuses. It was medical waste. I don't know, but 17,000 babies in a container? Imagine how many containers they didn't find.
During World War II, pretty high tensions between the United States and Germany. No more trading with Germany. No more American products getting sent to Germany. People at Coca-Cola are like, that's not good. The head of Coca-Cola Germany, a fellow by the name of Max Keith. Max Keith, massive Nazi. So Max Keith is like, how are we going to make money over here if we can't get it sent from the U.S. anymore to make Coca-Cola and sell it? So he's like, well, we got to just make do with what we have. What we can do, take all that we still have here, whatever we can make a damn new soda with, sell it. So then the fellas end up making a new soft drink. Time to sell it. What do we call this thing? Max Keith just says, use your imagination. In German, imagination is Fantasia. So Fantasia gets shortened to Fanta. And that is where the soft drink Fanta came from.
I never knew that.
This is called the double slit experiment, and it proves that we live in a simulation.
Uh-oh.
When you're not observing something, it doesn't exist. It's a wave of possibilities. It's like a video game. It hasn't even rendered in yet. As soon as you observe it, that's when it becomes solid matter. Nothing is real.
Since the photons travel one by one, some through this slit, some through that slit,
yes,
you would expect them to leave a pattern of 2 stripes on the wall. And you would be wrong. They mysteriously create a band of stripes. This is what you would expect to see if a constant beam of light shined through the 2 slits. It would spread across the wall like a wave. So how can single bullet-like particles of light create a wave pattern? This could only happen if the particles go through both slits at the same time. In other words, the particle is in 2 places at once. But strangest of all is what happens when you put detectors next to the slits. When the photons are being watched, the wave pattern disappears. Take away the detectors, and the wave pattern comes back. This suggests that we can change the way reality behaves just by looking at it. Does this mean that reality itself?
Until 1999, the Oscars was held at a building called the Shrine, which was founded by William Florence and Walter Fleming, 2 high-ranking Scottish Rite Freemasons. Hollywood has long been interested in Freemasonry. Gene Autry, John Wayne, Nat King Cole, Duke Ellington, C.C. DeMille, Clark Gable, Walt Disney, Oliver Hardy, you name it, the list goes on. Many celebrities have come out and admitted their connection to Freemasonry. In the book Morals and Dogma, written by Albert Pike, on page 321, Freemasons let us know exactly who their God is. It says Lucifer, the light bearer, strange and mysterious name given to the spirit of darkness. Lucifer, the son of the morning. It is he who bears the light. And with it, splendors intolerable, blinds feeble, sensual, or selfish souls. Doubt it not. When the movie Life is Beautiful was awarded at the Oscars, the camera quickly pulls back and shows a wide of the stage. When you pause it, you can see elements of Freemasonry built into the very set. If you look at a Masonic tracing board, a tool a Mason uses to teach and educate people involved in Freemasonry how to spot things that are connected to that organization, you can see the checkered floor, you can see the archways, you can see the sun motif in the back.
Thank you, Sarah, for the video.
Buying water until you know the secret. Every watercolor cap has a different meaning. Black is alkaline water, blue is from spring, white is for process, and green is usually flavored spring water. Stop buying water until you know the secret. Every watercolor cap has a different meaning.
So
black is alkaline water, blue
one?
is from spring, white is for process, and green is usually flavored spring water.
I would like to know which one is the best. What do you guys drink? And which one do you guys stay away from? And did you know about the caps? Because I never really looked at water caps or water like that. Just let me know, because I can definitely invest in greater water. Thank you, Paid, for the video.
I ain't gonna lie, gang. Our generation so up. We losing too many people. Everybody dying. Everybody on drugs. It's men and women on the internet arguing right now, talking about bad relationship advice. Smoking and drinking is the new fun. Nowadays, people don't want to work. They'd rather be lazy and have everything handed to them. And the people who do have jobs are being called broke by the people who don't have jobs.
Oh.
The rainbow flag mafia is getting more notarized than ever before. Being a new norm. And as far as I'm concerned, if you're not a sex worker, I guess you lame now. People are more weird than ever before. If you don't do half the people do nowadays, you consider lame. You can't speak or stand up for yourself anymore. You can't have an opinion on things anymore. People are way sensitive than ever. And then on top of that, people rather socialize on the internet than rather socialize in person. What has this world come to?
You gotta remember, what's good is bad and what's bad is good. But one thing I don't like, do not be like you just a social butterfly on social media, commenting, liking, resharing, and then you don't have that energy in person because it's giving catfish. That's a big pet peeve of mine. I know the video was speaking about something else. Trust me, I'm just landing back off of one component of what he said. I can land back off the whole thing. It's YouTubers that I have met where they have so much energy on the camera, right? You're like, they gotta act like this 25-8. I met them in person. When I tell you straight, it blew me away. Cause I'm one of those, what you see is what you get. Now, I may not be turned up, because sometimes we're having a serious conversation. We might have a funny conversation. We might have a giggly conversation. I know how to switch, but at the end of the day, what you see is what you get. Thank you, Bino, for the video.
You get charged in a court because you're a battery and then sit in a cell, a battery cell. A bank is a river bank because it directs the current sea. Money is water. This is why we say liquidity. Sun and moon, masculine, feminine, fire and water. Money is moony. This is the water aspect, the female. Hence why there's a correlation between the full moon and the new moon and the Forex market. The moon attracts the water's tides. This is why the sea levels are higher wherever the moon is. The moon has an effect on our mood because we are 80% water. Your birth certificate is not you. It's the corporation that you represent because you choose to identify yourself with the name, which is the corporation. When you die, you're called a corpse. You are not the name, you are the I am, which is the invisible intelligence, consciousness.
A free white person in America, or even as a Moor, we're non-taxpayers. Because if you look up Black Laws of Dictionary, what a tax means, it's a contribution. It's their system. I would fill out a W-A-B-E-N, so you're an earthling.
Yes.
Demographics is the graph of demons, when we said that. So if you had to pay taxes, that's because they say you lived in a certain location.
Okay.
All right, so it just depends on how you look at things. Does that make sense?
Yes. So
all
I'm
right.
a world citizen.
Because
I
like
guess.
Landy would prove that we own land, right?
Right.
He's a real estate agent. That's why I need him co-sign.
Property.
So, you ever heard of a land deed?
Yeah.
You ever seen one for Florida?
No.
So why, does that make sense? So who's making you pay taxes? Who you paying taxes to?
The IRS, which is
For what? Taxes are for a service. What do they serve you with?
nothing.
Okay, man. That makes sense. If y'all going to add something, I just don't want to say the wrong thing. This is being recorded.
But how do I not get in trouble?
I want to ask.
Listen, I love the IRS.
She need to book a consultation.
Yeah, you did a book of consultation.
In ancient times, people used metal coins for money instead of paper. And coins made sense because a coin contained precious metal that people found valuable, like gold or silver. Think of it as $1 worth of gold being melted into $1 coin.
Yeah, sounds good to me. What's the problem?
The problem is that the Roman government decided to make more coins without actually finding more gold. They were turning the same amount of gold into even more coins.
How do you make money out of money?
Exactly the right question.
We need more coins than we have gold for. Shave off pieces of these coins and melt them down with other metals.
But if there's less gold in the coins, won't that make them worth less?
We don't pay you to ask questions.
This seems like cheating.
That's because it is, and governments do it all the time.
I understand now. When you cheat to create new money, it makes everyone else's money worth less. Look how much lighter it is.
Exactly. When the money becomes worth less, you need to use more money to buy the same things. That's called inflation.
That's a word.
2 ingredients you should always avoid in packaged foods. Number 1, ingredients starting with INS or E. These are usually followed by a number. For example, INS 300 or E621.
I've never seen that.
They're merely synthetic flavors, enhancers, emulsifiers, artificial colors, and preservatives. Although these additives prolong the shelf life of products, they can diminish our own health and longevity. Number 2, hidden sugars. Now, food companies know that we are trying to avoid white sugar. So what do? They disguise sugar in different names, such as high fructose corn syrup, dextrose, fructose, glucose, maltose, sucrose, sorbitol, molasses, fruit juice concentrate. If it ends with O's, OL, or syrup, it's most likely a hidden industrial sugar, which is sometimes even worse than white sugar. If you want to switch from dead foods to living whole foods, then join our community.
I've been really looking into ingredients and what all is being made to make whatever it is that I'm eating. So for example, you would think that marinara sauce would not take a lot of stuff to make, right? But when the list is about a whole chapter in the Bible, it kind of makes me, it makes me just put whatever it is that I'm looking at back. I'm gonna be honest. But I will say this about the sugar. The things that start, what do you say, the INS and the E, I would have to look a little bit hard on that. I haven't seen anything. I wanted to see if somebody was going to point that out, but I don't know if they did. Yeah, they didn't on the comment. But I will say with the sugar, y'all, sugar is in everything, just in case my mic didn't pick that up. There was sugar in something else, and I was like, this has no right being in this ingredient. Being in whatever it is I was making. I said, wow. So sugar's in everything. Now I understand why we're addicted, because it's in everything that we eat. It's in your milks. It's in your salad dressings. It's in your canned foods. Where you think sugar is not, sugar's there. But the most, like I said, shocking one for me was it being in like your seasonings. Why is sugar in seasoning? Yeah, so just thought it was interesting from somebody that's cutting back off of sugar, but now I'm understanding why we're addicted, because it's in everything.
In 1920, the first patent was filed for a little-known concept called Electroculture, a simple method of boosting plant growth that could single-handedly end world hunger. This little system was successfully tested all over the world, harnessing the atmospheric free energy that's all around us. These methods proved to increase yields by up to 300% and eventually eliminate the need for toxic pesticides and fertilizers. The only problem was electroculture never made it into the school books. fast forward to 2023. It was only a matter of time before this revolutionary concept bubbled back to the surface and took its roots once again.
If we were using electroculture and understanding everything is frequency and harmony and balance, then we could have as much food as we want. It's like we can have an abundance. When they tell you that there's a food shortage, they're just making stuff up
war in Ukraine.
so they can put you into fear. But basically what you're doing is you're creating an atmospheric antenna to harness the energy of the earth so that you can boost your soil and your plants. You'll start to notice you'll have more bees, you'll have more birds, and you won't have to use pesticides, you won't have to use fertilizers. What you're doing is you're bringing back the electrical charge. So we are electrical beings, and these plants are also, our beautiful plants here are also electrical beings. They have sap, right? The sap is their blood, just like we have our blood. And what happens is when you put this copper or brass antennas near them.
Somebody said, I tried it this year and every plant close to an antenna died without bearing fruit. Then someone said, this crap doesn't work, stop spreading lies. So, I don't know. Thank you, Eric, for the next couple of videos.
Do you know that Vladimir Putin, the Russian's president, he's passed a law that any Russian who grows or sells genetically modified foods is to be considered a terrorist. Whew. He's even giving land away to Russians who will grow food organically, non-GMO. You put his name and GMO in Google ad and you'll read the spiel. He says, we Russians look across at the West, over-medicated, overfed, sitting in front of boxes every night in their lounge rooms, eating food that has no nutrients, he said, and we know it's weakening the West. Is he right? Absolutely right.
Car don't make you rich. Cars only impress broke people. Liabilities only impress broke people. Clothes only impress broke people. Bags only impress broke people. Shoes only impress broke people. You behaving like you have money only impress broke people.
Now you know I love popcorn. Why would you send this over?
That you should absolutely never, ever, ever eat. Microwave popcorn. Microwave popcorn is the devil for a lot of different reasons, right? But the problem with microwave popping corn is the lining of the bag. Okay, so first of all, they're lining the bag with like PFOAs. Now this is like perfluoroacetic acid. And the problem with this is that it is considered to be a carcinogen, but it's linked to infertility issues in lab animals once it's heated up. So the interesting thing is, if it's linked to all these issues in lab animals when you heat it up, and now all we're really doing is heating it up. You can't eat microwave popcorn without heating it up. Now we've got a hot mess of a problem. Now the other thing is, there's something in a lot of microwave popcorn, when you see on the side of the bag where it says artificial flavor, or butter flavoring, or butter flavored, right? They're not using real butter here. What they're actually using is something called TBHQ and diacetyl butter flavoring, right? You barely even say the words, but it usually says artificial flavoring, so on and so forth. The problem with it is that it's linked to brain inflammation. It's linked to different forms of dementia.
My mom had actually got me a couple birthdays ago a popcorn machine maker because like I said, I love popcorn. I was not joking when I said that. So I've been making my popcorn that way, but sometimes either I run out of that popcorn or I just don't feel like making it that way. And I know I could just pop one in the microwave real quick and just do it. But the fact that I'm done. Like, I'm not done with life. I'm done. Somebody said, I'm over this. They said, just tell me what I can eat. It's way easier because y'all telling us everything that we can't eat. Tell us what we can eat. No, I know what we can eat. I've been doing a lot of research lately. Yo has been dealing with me on some stuff. It's been a 180 in what I've been doing. So we're only a week in so far. And right now it's okay. But again, getting your body off of this stuff that's here to you and putting it onto like this nutritious, healthy lifestyle, it just makes you look at food different. I think eating this way, it's hard. Like my mom brought it up. she was saying with us eating the way that we're eating now, and I'll tell y'all if y'all want, but right now y'all ain't asking, so I ain't gonna say it. But with how we're eating, we don't think that you can be addicted to food. And then we don't think that gluttony will be a thing because of how we're eating. We're really eating to live, and we're not living to eat. But we're a weekend so far, so gotta give us a clap because it's not for the weak. It's not.
I just had a question. I'm just trying to tell
Lil Wayne been trying to warn us about Diddy.
You know, like, where do you think they gotta go to from your point of view? You know what I'm saying? What is the best advice you could give them? Because I be telling them, like, my best advice is they gotta do it a whole new way, a different way, like they from another planet. But coming from the man of men right now, tell them something good.
He said a bunch of nothing.
Something like that.
Don't be trying to be famous, like you're gonna run into a like that.
Oh, did y'all see the one? Wait, did y'all see? He said like,
I'll run into a
look.
Like that.
I was laughing because it's the fact that this man talked like he raps. Thank you, Tia, for the video.
Beyonce gone, y'all. She gone. She been gone. Y'all just didn't know her. Oh, this some ice cream. Some Eddie's. Hold on, let me turn the light out so you can see. You see that? Eddie's ice cream. That's what that is. Eddie's. Beyonce been gone. Y'all just didn't know it. The church been to Beyonce was gone. We been to it. God just wanted us to say nothing to now. Because we didn't know it to now. We knew it, but we didn't know it to now. Yeah, baby. Sasha took over at the Super Bowl. When all that power shut down. Sasha got the last little piece of Beyonce at that Super Bowl. I'm telling you what I know. You know Beyonce tried to get rid of Sasha. It was too late. Sasha had took over. And so the person who's singing up in that bathroom and said the person let them in, that's Sasha. She looking at Beyonce on the floor. Yeah. She tried to be nice. Hold on. She tried to keep her cool with Beyonce, you know, like, just let me do what I want to do. Beyonce said, no, Sasha, I want my life back. Sasha said, it's too late, B. It's too late. You ain't got enough power. It's too late. You know, you signed the contract. This is what I'm here to do. So, all that stuff that's taking place up in this song, Daughter. Yeah, Beyonce was Sasha's daughter. Baby, Sasha was Beyonce, and then Sasha started out slow. Remember Sasha Fierce? When Beyonce said, you know, when I get there, it's like, Sasha, I got this alter ego, and it just takes over. Baby, it's done took completely over. Beyonce don't even know Beyonce right now. Baby, that body is fully enveloped with Sasha Fierce. Sasha Fierce is running this. Beyonce's struggling behind her. You can't see it. Sasha Fierce is running this show. Beyonce struggling. Look, I'm going to show you a video in a minute of Beyonce when she was going somewhere for a little interview and had to do some kind of signing. Watch Beyonce's face. It ain't nothing like that face at the Super Bowl. She telling the people, let me feel your energy. Baby, that wasn't Beyonce. Baby, the last piece of Beyonce you was ever going to see, because Sasha took the rest of that. You understand what I'm saying? Beyonce ain't herself no more. I told y'all Beyonce been gone. All them lyrics up in that song, Daughter. That was Sasha. And Sasha done did some stuff to some people.
I don't know Daughter.
She sure did.
I don't know that song.
She did.
Or album. I don't know what it is.
She ain't the one mad at Jay-Z though. Beyonce mad at Jay-Z. But Sasha thought maybe if she pacified Beyonce enough by helping to protect her, you know, or, you know, helping Beyonce out, that Beyonce would give all the way into her. But maybe 80% down the road, Beyonce said, that's all right, Sasha, I don't want to do it no more. I'm tired. Sasha said, no, it's too late. It's already done. It's finished. Yep. Ain't that what the devil will do to you? Baby, he'll use you all the way up, and then he'll throw you away. So that's why.
Will?
Y'all think y'all worshiping Beyonce now, baby? It ain't Beyonce, that's Sasha. And talking about she just like her father. You know who her father is? You know what John said over in the book of John when Jesus was talking? He said, you just like your father, the devil.
Pastor Todd.
That's the small elf I told you about. Yeah, that's her daddy, baby. That's the devil, Sasha. She took over. Beyonce shouldn't have been playing with Sasha. She thought it was fun, a game when Sasha said, you know what, I'm going to help you get what you need to get, and then I'm gone. But that wasn't the deal. Sasha already knew she was going to take over. Beyonce just didn't know Sasha was gonna take over. And now Sasha him. And y'all looking at a corpse. Beyonce way back there. Gone. Trying to fight. And Sasha stood taking over. You better sign them papers. You better smile. You better dance. You better do what I tell you to do, or we're gonna get rid of you. That's Sasha. Yep. So, yep. Y'all better stop playing with the devil. The devil will take your life. He will suck you dry. You ever wonder why sometimes people be up and then next thing you know, you look up and you be like, what happened? I just talked to them. How could they do that to themselves? How you think? Baby, something was on the inside of them stronger than them. That's how they done it to themselves. You better stop playing with the devil. This is the finest example of what the devil will do to you when he get finished with you. Then he'll throw you away. And now guess what he's looking for?
His next victim.
He already done found it. Yeah. Where you done found it at? Baby, it's in Blue Ivy. Let's be removed, baby. Did you not watch that movie Denzel Washington was in called Falling? Baby, let's be removing. Look, y'all, I ain't trying to scare y'all. I'm just gonna be honest. Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston, Prince, all these people at the top, at the height, you know, they could have retired and should have still been getting paid. What happened? Them folks said, you gotta go. You done got too big. We gotta start this thing all over again. We gotta keep this money flowing. It's gotta keep on returning. You gotta go. Blue Ivy gonna be the one. And Beyonce know it. She know it.
Dang.
It just ain't nothing she can do about it. What? Ain't nothing she can do about it because she too caught up. Catch her breath. It's too late for that. She lost that when she made that deal with Sasha. Y'all, see, we thought Sasha was gone, didn't we? We thought Sasha was gone. Beyonce kept getting weirder and weirder. And weirder. So that should have let you know Sasha was getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And eventually, Sasha took over. Baby, they knocked that power out at the Super Bowl. Sasha took over. Didn't I tell y'all? If you ain't got the power of the Holy Ghost working within you, you might want to stay away from Beyonce. Because you're going to be caught up in the rapture. See, I say the best for last. Why y'all sitting up there thinking that Beyonce made a decision to do country because she hadn't won no Grammy for Album of the Year? Beyonce ain't made no decision to do nothing. Baby, that's Sasha. Sasha made that decision. She just using Beyonce as a front to get what she wants. Yes, she is, baby. Country remind her of taking over the country. She gotta have country. If she ain't got country, she ain't got nothing. All her exes live in Texas. And she going to get them, every last one of them, with that Album of the Year. She ain't playing. She want Album of the Year. Beyonce don't care no more. All she want is to be free. But she ain't got nothing to fight with no more. You know why? Because her fans done got on Sasha's side thinking they on Beyonce's side. And Beyonce weak. She ain't got nothing. Y'all better pray for Beyonce. Beyonce needs something to fight with. She ain't got nothing to fight with right now. Nothing. And Sasha telling on her in this son daughter. She telling on her how she want to go to heaven and get cleansed and all that stuff like that. Sasha is telling on Beyonce. She telling. Because they've been communicating. But Beyonce ain't got no power no more. She been stripped. Because of them fans she got. Them Beehive fans. They tearing her up.
It was two things I want to speak about in that video. For one, because we know that they'll put stuff out and not expect for us to get it. I know she was saying that Beyonce, like her alter ego is Sasha Fierce. And I just think like the name Beyonce, I think is very cool, is unique, is different. Sasha Fierce is like, what I'm trying to say is, what does that name mean? Because you didn't just choose that name. And there's so many names to choose from, and we know that they hide the truth in plain sight. So when you break down Sasha Fierce, what truly does that name mean? I don't know if you got to switch words around. I don't know if you got to say it backward. That name means something, and I would like to know. And then the second thing was, I'm telling you, reading Job, the book of Job, hits different because if you give Hasatan the open door, he gonna come in and do the absolute most. Then you have to remember, like she said, well, before I get to that, like she said, he'll use you. use you until he can't use you no more, throw you out, and now he's on to his next victim. Like, he's never satisfied. The flesh is never satisfied. But I said all that to say is that just remember, basically Hasatan, this flesh, will do anything and everything to get you to sin and won't even be there with you when you die. You gotta understand, we know the end from the beginning. So we know that Hasatan is losing at the end. So what he's trying to do is that he's trying to rack up all these beings to get him on Team Hasatan. Hasatan is Satan, by the way, if you're wondering why I'm saying it, because that's how you say it in Hebrew. But he's gathering up all his people because he already lost the battle. So he's like, look, you already know misery loves company. So he's like, I'm not about to lose by myself. No, let me go ahead and rack up a bunch of other people and make them sell they soul to these earthly possessions that you can't take with you when you die. So let me go ahead and rack them up so that we can all be together. Because at the end of the day, I lose. And y'all stupid for coming with me. But I'm selling y'all a dream, an American dream, for something that you can't even take with you when you die. Oh, it gets deep. And I pray that came out the way I wanted it to come out. Don't let him win the battle, please. Because we know his end result. In misery loves company. Thank you, Bino, for the video.
The first legal slave owner. Does anybody know his name? Nobody know his name? Anthony Johnson. Have you ever?
Pushing a tired narrative is one thing. Pushing it on behalf of them is another. But that photo is not Anthony Johnson. Y'all got to stop using it. My name is Walt. I'm the founder of the Bristol English Project. I make history tangible for American descendants of chattel slavery through genealogy. These are not Anthony Johnson. The photo that you showed is a photo of Lewis Hayden. Y'all are using photos of a man who escaped slavery, linked up with Harriet, then became a pivotal part in the black community in Boston. All to push a narrative that the first enslaver was black, which that isn't even true. Now, we know that slavery was legal in the colonies well over a century before the Constitution was signed, right? Let's look at the numbers. Anthony Johnson gained his freedom in 1651. He passed away in 1670. The first camera was not invented until 1800, so I don't know where these pictures come from. July 9, 1640, Hugh Gwynn, a white man, enslaved a black man for the rest of his life. Well, let me break down what the court ordered for punishment. There was 30 whippings to all three of them: Victor the Dutchman, the Scotsman James Gregory, and the black man John Punch. Victor and James got an extra year added on to their indentured servitude. But for John Punch, he should serve his master or his assigns for the time of his natural life here or elsewhere. If y'all see this photo floating around, this is not Anthony Johnson. There's no photos of Anthony Johnson. Ain't that something? The black person got the harsher punishment than the white people, even though they did the same thing? That right there, in 1640, Hugh Gwynn enslaving John Punch for life was one of the biggest milestones in institutionalizing slavery here. And black people, I know his name is Punch, but if your last name is Bunch, you may be related to him. Donate to the Bristol English Project so we can keep putting out tangible history and not.
Thank you, Hood, for the video.
Actually happened to me at a bar, and it's not fun.
Oh,
what he's
okay.
referring to is a plastic card and a tap reader machine. People think it's really hard, but this is the big epidemic that's happening with these scanners. They put it in their pocket, bump into you, 1, 2, you just lost money, and you had no idea.
Somebody said, about to go buy it right
now. Why the we want something like that at our goddamn doorstep? Somebody explain to me why the would I want something like this at my goddamn doorstep? And before you say, well, that's not what they looked like, they didn't look like that. Them lights in their eyes can light up the same way it's lighting up on this right here. Don't let that fool you. This ain't it. This is not it.
This stuff is getting out of hand. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at this.
Wait,
like, man, what? Bro,
this
AI
real?
stuff is getting out of control. Like, they got like robots walking with packages. And we're gonna go be a little bit nosy.
What state is that? This not real.
Or just like robotics or something like.
Robotics.
How may we help you? What is this? Like, man, what y'all got going on? You know what I'm saying? Like,
modded
we are
skin.
shipping our products to customers. What the hell, man? What products?
Our skincare products. It doesn't matter your race or skin type. Modded skin is made to benefit most. Who wants to give it a try? Whether
Nobody.
your skin condition is hyperpigmentation, bad acne, dry skin, oily skin, or rash-like skin, Modded Skin Products is formulated by a system that has everyone in mind.
Wait. You saying this is a skincare company ran by AI?
Well, at least with AI, you don't have to worry about if we know our stuff or not. Unlike humans. Ciao for now.
That was a diss.
No, thank you.
I'm really about to look that up because I know that's going viral because of a, how do I say, a marketing strategy. It's no way that a skin company AI, they don't click. So I'm about to look it up. This their website. What are y'all doing? Oh, y'all sold out. Well, hey, look, excuse me. Hold on. Let me take my little commentary back because they sold out and they have nothing but 5 stars. Don't buy this. I'm not doing this to support. This was funny. Y'all, I am done with today's reaction video. I wanted to say there was a lot of technical difficulties. My hair, look, I got the green screen going crazy in the background, so please forgive me. My hair is fading, not in real life. It's just the green screen. I'm gonna fix that in the next video. My light was going out. Please forgive me. I'm gonna fix this for the next video, but it was a lot going on. But I appreciate you guys. Y'all probably didn't even notice until I said it. But I appreciate you guys for rocking with me and getting this far in the video. If you've gotten this far, I truly appreciate it. Make sure to add the Discord because I know a lot of people are like, well, how do I get videos sent over to you? I have videos. I want to send in videos. At the Discord, the link is in the description down below. That is how I see them, and that is how I add them to the list and react to the videos, is what you guys see now. So I do want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. I also want to say cop the merch. Y'all have been going in with the support. I have been getting nothing but orders back to back to back to back to back. I do want to say, please take a picture and tag me. Send it to my email if you don't want to post it or whatever the case is, so I can add you onto the website with whatever @ name. Meaning when I'm saying that, like your Instagram, Twitter, whatever you got, MySpace. Hey, send it to me so I can add it onto the website and basically shout you out. And I do appreciate you guys again in advance for supporting, for copying the merch. So thank you again. On the road to 800K, y'all. Seriously, that's crazy. That's a lot of people. But I'm grateful, I'm blessed, and I'm appreciative. And speaking of blessed and appreciative, I want to give all esteem, all glory, all honor to my Lord Yahuwah and my Adonai, Yahushua HaMashiach, for blessing me with everything. Remember, I'm just a vessel that they're working in and through, so I have to give credit and honor where it is due. Y'all have a blessed one. I'll see you on the next one. Shalom, shalom.
You can't bring me down. I know who I belong to. Yeah. What? I won't sell my soul. I know my worth.